All right, who's ready for some more stress reduction tips? One of my absolute favorite things to talk to people about is hydration. Most of us don't realize how big of a role hydration plays in your health. Not only is water one of your most important key elements, I mean, you can go longer without food than you can without water. There's a reason. You need water. Your body is made up, statistically speaking, of over 70% water. For those of you who are like, oh, I'm a younger kid, that's fine. You actually have more water in you than when you're getting older because we don't rehydrate as much as we should. I personally always have a bottle of water with me. I am, I think, part fish because I drink about 2 liters a day, no joke. So hydration is actually going to help with your mental focus as well as kind of helping reduce your stress levels naturally. When we don't get the hydration our bodies need, note the key word, need. It's not like a wanting situation. Your body needs it. If you don't give it that building block, it's got to come from somewhere. So it starts to take that hydration out of your skin, which makes you look, I don't want to say haggard, but you look a little bit older, like you're starting to feel like you might be a little older than you actually are. You'll see more wrinkles. You'll get like the dark circles that show up and they become more prominent the the more dehydrated you get. So you want to make sure that you are taking just a few minutes to make sure that you're hydrated. A great tip is if your lips start to get chapped, it usually is an indicator that you are starting to get a little dehydrated. It's one of our body's first little alerts, like a little red flag that pops up and says you need more water. If you find that your mouth is getting a little dry, like right now, I could totally use more water, but I'm talking to you, so I won't drink it right now, but I'll wait until after this. But if you find that you have kind of like a brain fog situation and it's coming more readily, and you're having difficulty sleeping or even getting up in the morning, and you're like, when I wake up, I still feel a little groggy, keep water by your bed. If you are that person who is having difficulty getting out of bed, once you wake up, like your alarm goes off, down a bottle of water. I keep a bottle of water by my bed always. That actually gives your body the oomph it needs to push you out of bed and get you up and going for your day. Ideally in the morning, you want it to be room temp. If you are trying to increase your metabolism, you can start drinking cold water. It'll actually increase how much water you drink throughout the day. But always start your day off with room temp. That's going to be what calms your body's system and kind of wakes it up and says, okay, it's time to get up. If you are that person who's like, I drink so much water, but it's filtered. And by filtered, you were referring to, I drink coffee. That is not water. I will repeat, for those of you who, you know who you are, for those of you who have told me, oh, I drink so much water, and I see you just guzzling coffee after coffee, that's not water. That does not count. You have to actually drink water. There are ways to like bypass it. If you're like, oh, water's boring and I don't like that there's no flavor, add flavor to it. I put fresh fruit and herbs in my water all the time. I'll add my favorite go-to combos. Winter, I typically do like cinnamon and apple because delicious. I do in the summer basil and strawberry because it just gives you that extra boost of energy. I almost always will do mint and pretty much anything. I like to blend it though with citrus. Another good one is thyme and either blackberries or blueberries. It's a great way to also kind of give your lungs a little extra boost. And I know right now we're all looking for that extra boost, so great options. If you are like, oh, I don't want to have to drink 30 glasses of water a day, okay. Make sure you're picking the right foods. Make sure you're grabbing foods that are super hydrating. So fresh fruits, vegetables. You want things that if you're eating a meal and you have to constantly drink like a bottle of water during your meal, there's something wrong with your food. It's either one, too dry, two, too salty, or I mean, typically speaking, If it's too spicy, anything where it's excess, your body is like, oh my gosh, we need to dilute this and water it down. So it'll constantly tell you, give me liquid, which takes away what you have as far as options to play with for food, because there's only so much space your body has. And if you need more tips, you're good. If you need more tips, be sure to check out my website at AskDrD.com. Until then, stay safe and healthy. Bye.